Learn from pilot mistakes. Hi, it's Frank the pilot. What amazing revelations a professional pilots see, think, and feel. With my 36 years of flight experience, I might know something that can help you. Would you be interested in hearing about it? I'm offering gouges from my book with valuable information that may help you. And this gouge 26 is in chapter 12 of Frank the Pilot. Attacked by birds. On this day, I was executing a runway 32 VOR approach, that's a non-precision approach, into Craig Field, which is in Jacksonville, Florida, in a Cessna 402 on a bad weather day, fog again. At 400 feet, I broke out of the fog. I saw the runway and I was in a good position and continued to land. But there was one big problem. About 20 feet above the ground, out of the right corner of my eye, I spotted a flock of seagulls standing in a V formation on the ground. All of a sudden, the flock took flight and headed in my direction. Those menacing birds flew right smack in front of my flight path. Those birds attacked me. This startled me and evoked an instant alarm. Not only was I committed to land, but I had started bringing the throttles back to idle and started bringing the nose up to the landing pitch attitude. About 10 feet above the ground, while initiating the landing flare, about 12 seagulls made contact. Those long-winged, white-gray feathered seabirds slammed into us. Us meaning my plane, my Cessna 402 and me. They slammed into us like torpedoes slamming into an aircraft carrier. Have you ever been shot at? It felt like a slew of torpedoes slamming into the thin-skinned membrane that was protecting my engine and me. My plane banked and rolled slightly. I sat shell-shocked for a few milliseconds of precious time. My thoughts were, what just happened? Without conscious pilot direct command, some of my natural instincts reacted. My hands closed tightly on the controls. My feet pushed the rudder pedals to counteract the uninvited bank and roll. My hazel blue eyes enlarged. My vision shifted from looking down the runway to land to my peripheral vision sooner than I had planned because of those birds attacking me. All of this happened so fast that I was too busy to acknowledge that I may have been fearful of the plane crashing. I reorientated myself to continue to land, and with steely concentration, the plane and I landed successfully. Pilot stuff can happen at any time, anywhere, even 10 feet above the runway. Now, if those birds decided to attack me above 20 feet or higher before my transition and landing, it is possible the plane could have stalled and I could have crashed. Others have crashed from bird strikes. The aircraft mechanics spent hours cleaning seagull remnants off the airplane, and the control tower closed the runway for several hours to remove bird parts from the asphalt. Soon after, the FAA issued and published a warning for Craig Field. Later that night, I told the bird strike story to my pilot peers, and they started shouting, "Seagull, Seagull, Seagull." That night, I earned the aviator call sign Seagull. But that's another story. So the gouge is, learn from pilot mistakes, both your own mistakes and other mistakes. Read and watch aircraft pilot accident reports. You know, when I first started out, you can only read them. Now they have videos, you can watch them. That'll help educate pilots. Learn and avoid from their mistakes and your mistakes. And read the NOTAMs. NOTAMs are notices to pilots of potential hazardous at the airport or the service at the airport or procedure. Craig Field now has a new pilot advisory. Birds periodically on or near the airport increase in activity during inclement weather, and wildlife on and in the vicinity of the airport. Because of me, that advisory came out and it's still there today. You know, I was just thinking, being called Seagull is not a bit so bad as a call sign. Hey, why don't you grab a copy of this book? Come read with me. Fly with Frank the Pilot. Let's join this emotional journey of how I became an airline pilot. The next gouge is Get the ATP license as soon as possible. I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to share what I have with you. It makes me feel good to give back. Help you, I will. Enjoy the night, if not the day.